absolutely free, you know, a real
Oh.
friend
Hmm.
from a real life.
So it's a real rabbit. It's a
Yeah,
real rabbit or a
a
real.
real rabbit. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow! I thought it was. Yeah.
No, it just like she
Hmm.
told me when she was 2 that she would have later in life that her best friend from her elf planet would come. And then I think it was like 4 years later that I ran into the lady in the building who just moved from Moscow, and she had two bunnies from Russia. And she said like they're both males and they fight a lot. And I have this vicious one who bit a little piece of the other one's ear. I would like to get rid of him. Would you take the vicious bunny, like the evil one? I said, yeah. And my daughter's like, Mom, remember I told you my bunny was coming from my planet. I must be, things.
Oh.
I mean, it was like that moment. I remember it was like a deja vu almost,
Well,
you
they
know?
do. I think they come from other planets anyway. Animals. They
Yes,
sent
for
to us.
sure. From different planets. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like the Earth is a miniature version of all the other animals and life on other planets and galaxies and universes that exist. More like this universe that I see, but other universes have lots of animals too, but they're different colors.
Mm.
They're brighter. The colors are amazing, actually. Anyway,
Mm.
I'm recording. Yeah, but your paintings reminded me the brightness.
Um.
Yes, yo, I see you. Oh, it's related to some secret governmental research center. They um they do some they research on how different substances and how they basically take two groups of people. First group that would be the people from the street, I would say, or children from not so happy homes or some people who left on the street and became homeless. For research, other group, they would take people who already been involved or in, well, there's three. I see the third one now. Involved in SSP. And third one, it's a group strictly with some genetic predisposition or genetic makeup that they need, that they're interested in. Usually, it's the physical DNA of the physical body of the races of certain star races. That not too many physical bodies left with that DNA. In your case, I never read Bible or anything, but what came to me is Star of Bethlehem, and I see you. It's like you're carrying you're in old clothes. Almost looks like a potato sack with the belt, tie on belt. You're a woman. Your name is Maria, clearly Maria, and you carry like it's like a stick, but it's not a stick. It's like a stick made out of rock. It's not transparent. It's more like that brown kind of rock, like would be how do they call those semi-precious, like the tiger's eye, or whatever they're called, brown with inserts, and then and on top there's like a energy ball, like glowing energy ball. It's yellow golden color to it. and you're going through almost looks like a desert, but there's no sand. It just rocks, just like brown rocks. You have this ancient sandals on you, and what comes to me is like Anunnaki race, like Anunnaki blended into they hybridize themselves with original human DNA, and that's who you are. Um, and they kept putting you into the families with this particular DNA to keep it going because they follow you. They're connected to you. I see their spaceship. Well, actually, they fly different spaceships. There is this one that they live on. It's like a long cigar shaped. Um, kind of looks like almost made out of kind of long rock because it's not smooth. It's interesting. It mimics a rock, but it's not a rock. It's a spacious, like a camouflage type thing. As if they emptied the rock inside and created a spaceship, but building technology that is amazing. It's as if you took the old box from an old computer and filled it up with crystal technology, all this, and it would work, do amazing things, but you would think it's a very cheap looking thing and doesn't do much, kind of like that. And then they use the spherical ships, and then they use the flat ones, but they have different bases. I see they have different astral platforms for that, but I see this one particular, it's like a man with long curly hair down to past his shoulders. He's got the same clothes like you do, but he's an etheric. He's falling. As you walk with that thing, he's connected to that energy bubble. You don't see the energy bubble, you just feel like you're carrying a stick. The stick is interesting because it feels through the earth. It has a lot of functions. One, it's a GPS for him. For you, it's the knowing where to go. Also, it signals to you into your hand when there's an energy line on like at, underneath the surface of Earth, where there's a cave system, where there's vibration, where there's water, where you can like bang it on the ground and the water fountain would come and you could drink because it's desert, but there's lots of water underneath the surface, underneath the desert. And it's in you're going to save your people. You were like told you've got to go save your people by that particular guy. His name is Shar, like this. It's a short for Sharhan or something. Sharan, more like that. You call him Shar, and he's like your guardian angel and the one who leads you, consults you, tells you what to do, like a guide, and you listen to him through the stick. You're connected to him. So I see like a lot of people in like a big village of people. There's a lot of little babies in baskets, which just like long time ago, like really, um, very old clothes and stuff like that. And you come to them and you say, well, it's time to go because they're gonna eat us if we don't. I think you're talking about like, you know what I see? I see like big T-Rex, kind of dinosaurs. And it's a weird thing because I feel like It's not it's a different timeline where in a way timelines got merged, where I clearly see dinosaurs walking around, but they look like giant reptilians. Like those movies, Japanese movies with those Godzillas? That's how they look like, but I feel they eat people. They just pick them up like little chickens and eat. Um, and you say that they need to go to save themselves because they're special people who are supposed to bring knowledge. Through them, you tell them they're connected to this particular stars. It's like a galaxy. It looks like a spiral galaxy. They're connected to the stars in it, and the people from the stars are gonna come and bring knowledge through them. They're gonna come, make babies with them. Those are Anunnaki, and through making babies with them, they're gonna share the knowledge, give them information about higher powers, about how to do things, how to develop spiritual and things like that. So you take them to some cave, and when they want to drink, you bang the stick, they drink. Like you do all this stuff. You can literally do anything with that stick. It's like a concentration in reality of your energy. You have a fountain of energy going constantly. And it's kind of like connected also to your own abilities to do things through your etheric DNA, which comes, it's a blend of things. In your case, you say it's 5 different star races you got in your DNA. Very interesting. Also, there's a percentage 23 of Anunnaki in there. And you call them golden people. They live in golden, it's like in gold cities or something, golden light cities. That's what you say. Um, so you bring them to safety, basically. You bring them to some big mountain cave in there, Tibetan mountains, I guess. It's like you walk for such a long time. It's really crazy. But you're totally fine. You can also manifest a tree with apples on it and they can eat, and then it just fades away. But they completely trust you. They're so relying on you. You feel very responsible and very proud at the same time of yourself that you got this ability to help others through that connection to your guide. And and then and then he shows up in front of you and says it's time to go. He's still connected to the stick, but because he can take energy from you, he can take a lot of energy to actually manifest himself into a physical body and hold it for some minutes to talk to you and then disappear. And he says it's time for you to go because now somebody else will take over. And and I feel like you come back. It's like it's on repeat. I see two lives of the same exact scenario, except the other life has this one aspect that as you walk through that desert type, you find some babies. Um, there are 4 of them in baskets, and you take them. And there's something babies with special abilities from the stars. Tells you, and then if I fast forward, his babies are gone. I see you like You're desperate because you are staying in some, it's almost like you built tents, a little village, and you're resting there for a little bit because you're tired of walking, and somebody steals the babies. It's like a big creature steals them. It's a big reptilian creature. Those ancient reptilians, that's how they don't look, they look different from what I see in this timeline. They're more like dinosaurs, and he's the one who takes the babies. Um, and in that, you're just going like insane. You're going crazy. You leave your body. By you scream so much, you leave your body out of shock and screaming. And I see you separating. You're coming out. You're coming like out like a light being, and it's flickering light. It's like blue and dark gray, uh, different shades of blue and gray, going back and forth, and you're living you actually died from stress because there's nothing wrong with you. You just made yourself die because you felt so responsible for them to be saved. But you just fell asleep. It happened at night. It wasn't your fault, but you felt like it was. And when you come out of your body, he takes you by hand, and it's like you skip through lives. To me, it looks like basically skipping pages of the book. More like not lives, but timelines, epochs in the history, so-called history, which is like, to me, like software programs running in parallel. And you can exchange them, cancel out some events, put new events in. That's what they basically do. Um, and then you get incarnated. You skip a few hundred years in incarnations almost each time you do, because I see big gaps in between. 202 incarnations. This is 203. This is numbers on repeat with 2 and 3. Um, and it's like each incarnation repeats 2 times with different outcomes and different. It's almost like a research of some sort through your incarnations, because you also split in two, not only your incarnations. Let's say you right now living in your country, right? And you yourself living in the same country on a different timeline. And if I look at you right now, which makes it interesting, you're it's more towards that this you separated from that other part of you, you pulled. There's only barely 2% of you present, of your energy present in that other you in the moment of now. But and also you almost pushed away that guide of yours, and he's more guiding. I can't even like, well, I can call it a clone. I can also call it like an it's not an alter because it's not in you, but it's rather a clone that is living a life like yours but making different decisions, because this guide that is behind you and more towards you was it's you with the same name but doing different based on when you have this nuts in your timeline and you think, should I do this or that, like opinion, right? So if you choose this point, like you choose to marry, let's say, so So your life goes this way. If you choose not to marry, it goes that way. And it's always like a fork, like into, split into. And all together you got 2 or 3 lives, 203 lives, 2 lives before, and this is 203. Um, so I do see to the right of you, right behind your right shoulder, this Shar is behind you standing. Now he's the one who's got the stick, not you. Even though he gives you the stick sometimes, but most of the time you don't want it. You only use it for when you come out of your body to visit your planet. The most memorable one is the you call it the rainbow crystal planet, and it's in between. Um, it's like a satellite of Venus or something because I see it right behind it, but it's not seen by human eye because it's totally energetic, and the energy is flickering in there. I see lots of bright pink energies in there, bright pink and red and magenta kind of colors. And that's the core of the planet, like that. That's its essence. But then on top, you have this bright green grass. When do, sheep or dog, yeah, it's like a lamb, uh, mixed or hybridized with a dog. Because the fur is of a lamb, the body of a dog. They're big, beautiful creatures. They're very soft. I see they are humanoid-like beings. They look like us, but taller. Exactly like us, but taller. No physical bodies, just energy bodies. And they're all like flickering with rainbow. It's constantly going in stripes, different colors, mostly like very warm pink hues. And you really like it there. Uh, you go there a lot, and then you can create there also. You create different flowers. You know some of your flowers look almost like balloons. You know those heart balloons on the strings. It's like a stem is like of a flower, but the flower itself looks like a poppy flower, but shaped like the petals shaped like a heart, and then when it closes up, it looks like a heart. Um, how you came here? You came here from a through connection to Earth because you were part of your I want to say nation for some reason, like your the it's like when Earth was created, every single galaxy or anybody who wanted to participate in seeding it could participate, could contribute. So you brought quite a few flowers and trees and mostly flora, what I see, to Earth, flowers and like bright, beautiful. You know, the colors bring the music and vibration. That's what you say. And that's why you wanted to spice it up a little, like you say, like make it bright and happy, because that's how you are on that planet. You're bright and happy. Um, and you say there's a lot of rainbow people from rainbow souls from, or you can call them rainbow warriors from all parts of the universe who came to incarnate on Earth. to bring that energy. And you said that, well, you brought that energy too, but you brought it from Series A. Um, it depends. It's rainbow, but it's different frequencies of rainbow, different dimensions. Helps in different ways. Um, all of them are healing, but some of them more for waking up people, others more for healing through waking up, and paired up together or separately. And that dictates in what field you work with people, in what field you influence the environment around you, because sometimes all it takes is to be somewhere to irradiate that those bright colors around you, to make it calm and peaceful. Because what's needed is peace. Because only in peaceful environment you can think and decide, without emotion, because emotion creates terrible mistakes when people make out of strong emotions. And you're the peace bringer, neutrality bringer in a way, and acceptance. You want people to accept things, in a good acceptance way. Just how different we are. Our DNA is different. Our perspectives are different, and we have to think differently. And it's fine. It's actually good when you think differently, because it means you're expressing yourself, and not being, and you're against conformity. You're not conforming to the rules of the harsh game reality here. So what I see is, it's like you have the caps on your fingers, and the caps have almost like a spider web, thin, tiny threads going to some solitary room that you call it, and they keep a lot of people in separate solitary rooms, and it just like, and looks like an underground facility, but it's connected to some hospital on top. What came to me is Yorkshire. Have no idea what it is. Is the hospital or area, or maybe both? Um, that's the facility, because it's like, it's like on top. It's like a normal activity of a hospital, but the there's a lot of substitution going on. A lot of clones of the doctors are working at the underground facility. Um, a lot of doctors come in, and something, you have implants in their heads. They turn off the implants, and it's like they turn off their memory and understanding, as if they don't record what they're doing, and they pull them through elevator system, literally dictate them like by robots what to do, and they take the elevator down to this facility of experimentation going on humans. And they usually do it through, the research is usually a lot of it happening when people are put in under anesthesia. Plus, there's a lot of research groups that are connected to they make like copies, like clones of people. Sometimes they abduct them energetically, sometimes they would abduct them physically. A lot of times they would make a clone and just like do research on a clone, because it still has the DNA of the usually partial DNA of the human who is living on Earth, on the surface. But the problem is, oh, I know how they do it. When they do, let's say, they do a lot of like injections, right? Here's the clone connected to you. They keep it in there in that solitary room that you call it because it's affecting you in your life. You feel very isolated, not understood, rejected by society, by your family, by everything, because you have a broader perspective. You totally see through. Um, that clone, it's being injected with different things and experimented on, and that would affect your body also. So they do a lot of stuff to others. Also, they would inject, let's say, cancer cells. That person are they because it would develop only under this condition because the person has interference, the person has implants, and the person has the negative feelings stimulated. Those implants as a catalyst serve as a catalyst too for this person at the surface who lives to be producing negative feelings, emotions all the time. The negative feelings, emotions accumulate in the body, and this substance that they inject to the clone under the surface in the underground facility um, gives like an impulse wave to the gray energy that collected, being collected in one part of the body of that person who collects the negative feelings there, and that's where the tumor grows. Like exactly, they target that spot, and then the person goes to that hospital. They usually target people in the certain area. It happens to be that clearly here, Yorkshire area, and the the person develops tumor, goes to the doctor in that area, gets diagnosed, and then they push the person for like a surgery, and then they through that surgery they create a better connection with the clone. They actually all of a sudden they get access to these the original, not the cloned body, but the original body, physical body, which is more valuable for them. Yeah, so that was pretty much. But in your case, it's more research on a clone because the thing about your DNA, it's crazy how many strands you have because I see 500 strands, and it's they all multicolored. Um, Imagine 500 different colors. Hard to explain how it looks, but they're like microfiber optic fibers glowing, and that glow cannot, they would not. hmm, I see some strands broken into half, and there's some artificial ones connected to the broken ones, and that I think that's that percentage of it's that's but it's really hard to explain. It's kind of like they mixed up a bit of all the different stories, DNAs, that you have the five different ones, but then they put um, that also the Anunnaki ones to that broken strand. That they melted in or glued it in. That's how it looks like, and it looks like a golden kind of thread connected. I see you taking it off and growing, regrowing your other strand as if they never broke it right now. It's a very interesting golden thingy in your hand right now, but you're able to break it into pieces, like segments. There's codons hanging off of it. Um, and you open a portal and throw it out. And then you said, let me take out that flat um, that thing in your head. It looks like bin binoculars inside your head. That's I was trying to figure out what it is, but yeah, it's got multiple lensing system inside and front. In the middle, it has a red little ruby-looking stone. It looks round with sides, like what they would do to a stone, and each side composed of mini screens of information, which contains mini software programs type thing. They can project images in front of you. Let's say in one of the lives, they wanted you to believe that you're uh, you have a saint who's leading you because they didn't want you, but they were serving that the purpose of that life, and they would project a Saint Germain like in front of you, or another life, Archangel Michael, and it was like a projection in front of you when you would close your eyes or be relaxed or not in the dream state. They wanted you to really believe that the person who is guiding you was this high vibrational sorry entity, and and they would do it through that red ruby. It's like it creates a hologram, which is really real. It could create even a very real holographic image of particular saint when you're not asleep and your eyes are open. That happened too, like a miracle, like those kind of figures of Jesus or somebody else appearing in the sky that people see, that witness in different countries, kind of like that. The lens system, it connects to your eyes, and then they can totally scan through your eyes. They can scan other people, for frequencies, for their connection to what beings they're connected, whether they are interested in these people and they would try to get connected to them also or not. Um, but most of the people, at least in your family, they're totally put together by via this book of life that you have. They put together it for you as if it's your destiny book, just like fake destiny book. There's no real destiny. You create it yourself if you're free. I see the book that this. So basically, there's a tall reptilian kind of T-Rex creature. Makes me wanna. There's so much from all the other lives in you, the energies collected. They put so many programs that you would feel this and that particular feeling, and I see you expanding your energy sphere right now, creating also like mega holes in it. It's very interesting to look at. You look this beautiful color of blue and violet mixed together, and you are by the way, that rainbow thing, you totally choose the color you not choose, but you change colors. You like a chameleon energetically. You can adapt to different environments. You can adapt to your emotions, and you actually, by looking at you and what color you have today, you can tell how you feel inside. um, so you created this holes in the yawning that I had, and I feel like yawning all the time. It's that you push out energies of those thoughts, emotions, energies of stagnation that you call them, out of you right now. I see like your body is clearing up, and it's more like starts getting the bright colors that you had before originally, rather than this kind of like more like dirty pastel ones that I saw before. And you're taking out this massive implant in your head, really big. Um, like a big machine, like a computer processor that connects to all the parts of the body and can um, make your legs make you go a certain direction, make you fall if it wants you to fall, things like that. uh, you just put the whole entire turbo machine, as you called it, in the portal, was red flaming fire flames in there. It melts. It's just kind of like going down as a stream of water, as it melting down the stream of the portal. Um, they're little cubes connected. They're red in color. There are 9 of them, and they're going from above your head down. It's you say it's that false chakra projection system. You kind of you laughing. You're saying that they look like old square TV sets. So you take them all out. When you take them all out, the string disappears that was holding them because they were projecting. They were held by a beam of light that they were all producing at the same time. Uh, what gave them why it was, it's almost like weird. They would put like huge syringes in the boxes in the lab that your clone has, and they also come to you when your body is asleep to try to siphon your energy that way by inserting a syringe into the box and taking the concentrated energy out of different segments of the body that we call chakras that way. And they would sometimes even reinsert those energies into your cloned body to create because your cloned body died so many times and then it was revived so many times by those injections, because it's like gives them a boost of energy and they get revived like electrical energy almost. um, they had more than 5, looks like 6 clones in the process. I only see one right now. All of them served short term. Why one right now? They're gonna planning to do other clones in your next life, which you say is not gonna happen. Um, so you take this book of this reptilian. He's in charge. There's another reptilian who is this reddish color, who came much shorter. He's got strange metallic helmet, like he's got control system on his head, almost like a Jewish head on top of his head, but made out of metal. There's a cord coming from it, and the cord sticks out as antenna. It doesn't go too far. Yeah, he receives commands through it. Um, he brought the book. He brought the book of your lives, and you just want to get rid of it. You said you're just so tired of all this. Uh, you had a lot of learning experiences. You're very wise that way because you carry all this information in you. That's why in this life it came to the point that of their realization that they have hard time even using you in this life because they couldn't. You reached that point that you understood everything about the matrix, how it works, how the programming works, how it's embedded into every single cell of our body, and as if you created an antidote, energetic antidote made out of your own soul's energy, of your and your essence is fully filled with that informational antidote against matrix system, that they no longer can control you. Um, um, yes, some sound came on. Just want to check. So they basically are losing control. That's and you see so much by yourself. You start seeing through the veil of their control. Um, then you just put like you build up with your imagination the fireplace portal/portal. Put the book in there. There's a very thick book. Um, you say that you don't have time to read it all, and it's not interesting because there's fine print, there's not so fine print. So it's a lot of lies and deception in this book of deception. You say you put it in the fireplace and you burn it up. Yeah, it's burned up, ashes. You just close the portal. You push it in the portal, the fireplace, and close it. And the energetic, emotional bodies, you vented them through. You said you invented the ventilating system by opening up pores of your energy sphere and pushing all these emotions, feelings, thoughts from other lives that they inserted into your head via implant out. There's no clusters of any solidified, almost like solidified energy that was putting pressure on different parts of your body and organs. Those are gone. Those are just accumulated feelings, especially the one that I saw that you pushed out and cleansed is around the heart area, that you felt sorry a lot in those lives, like the sorrow and also not understanding why people have to suffer, because on your planet nobody suffers, everybody enjoys. So you try to bring the joy to the people to see a different side, how you don't have to follow the programs in your head that tell you that the life has to be hard because it's hard for everybody and it would be abnormal if it's not hard for you. And also break the programming off, it's too good to be true, or don't think positive for too long because it would turn negative quickly. You figured out a lot of programs basically that the matrix has. um, so like that, and you get rid of them. You cleansed all your emotional mental bodies from all this programming. I see you going back to your planet right now. You're there. You're hugging this ship. You call her Sal, like Sally. Sally. Uh, it's very cute. It's like white. Well, I don't know. It's got the face of a dog. A very cute dog with like a kind of a flat. What's it called? Maybe not. Nah. Cocker spaniel kind of face. Sweet. Um, and that's your animal. That's you created. You created her. Very kind of female energy. All the whole planet is like female, soft energy with those rainbow colors constantly, and it keeps changing its color just like you do. I can't really tell you, like you're not particular color of your essence. You're just rainbow color. That's who you are. And like I said, I see a lot of people bringing rainbow colors too, because you're showing me the whole field of people around the earth was the same color palette and like you brought with you to brighten it up, to create diversity, in understanding, in creation, and making people think more imagine in terms of imagination and creativity. That's basically your purpose here. That's what you're saying. To create and mm, amaze people, make them amazed, make them um, think of different things, and maybe even inspire them to use their own imagination for their own creations. Because each and every one would have a different creation that would make it amazing. So, and you say that the art is the way to the soul, to your subconscious. Through art, through creativity, through enjoying beautiful paintings and things. It doesn't have to be a painting, it can be something made by with hands, by hands. You find your way back to your own soul. Better focus on that rather than outside external way of thinking. So you're done with the cleansing process, and felt like I feel like your subconscious told you a lot, shared a lot. So if you want, we can end this part and do this do a separate recording for your personal questions. That's what you
Mm,
want.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.